have a shadow puppet show called What the Frack.
What the Frack? What the
Fox, why the long face?
The earth quakes and cracks. My sleeping cave collapsed in the night, and I barely escaped being buried. I don't know what is happening to the land. I'm leaving my home to go far from here. I want to pour my heart into my music. Maybe I'll be a busker. At least then I can express my sorrow through a journey of creativity. Maybe the music will bring joy and healing to some others along the way.
Oh, Fox, my friend, I'm so sorry to hear your troubles. I too have fallen on dark times. Last season, my friends and relatives began to sicken and weaken, and then, one by one, they croaked. It's because of the water in our pond. It's been poisoned. Who would do this? Who would want to hurt my gentle kinfolk and silence their music?
Let's travel together. We'll make music along the way. At least we can accompany one another on this hard road as we seek a new life.
Goat, what are you doing here? So far from your home on the farm. Your face looks like 3 rainy days.
Oh, it's bad. An ill wind is blowing. Some kind of evil lurks upon the farm. Life used to be so sweet there. But then, last year, Farmer Greg began to look tired. I noticed he was wheezing and struggling to breathe. Day by day, his skin began to turn red and blotchy. And the same with Natalie, the girl who gathered eggs. Miss Natalie has nosebleeds all the time now. She falls down a lot. She stopped coming out to help her parents with the chores. She doesn't seem to play much at all anymore. Poor girl. And Farmer Jen, her hair is falling out. It makes her so sad. She's always had such pretty hair and a radiant face. But now her hair is thin. She has rashes all over her skin. Jen and Greg seem to be in pain a lot. They have trouble moving around and limp sometimes. They try to keep going, but they are all too ill to look after their farm. And do you know what breaks my heart? 5 cows have died since this all began. They were my friends. Last night Jen left the gate ajar and I bolted. I would rather take my chances on the road than live with such misery.
What will you do? Where will you go?
My plan is to join the band. I've always dreamed of making music with my friends.
We are musicians too. Let's travel together. We can practice our songs by night as we camp, and we'll travel by day seeking gigs. It will be a merry life.
Huzzah!
What brings a handsome woodland beast such as yourself to stand beside this country road?
Tons are tough, my friends.
Do you need a hug?
Oh, thanks, Fox. The companionship of others can really lift the spirit.
Well, why are you here alone?
What's wrong? So much has gone terribly awry for the animals all around this area. Frog has left her pond because poisoned water has killed her friends and family. Fox has left her burrow because the earth quakes and cracks. And I turned tail on my beloved farm because the people and the animals suddenly became too ill to continue on with the farming life.
Yes, my troubles too are similar. Although I don't know how this is all connected, I have bad news about my forest home. Monstrous machinery has ripped and chewed the life out of the lovely woodland grove where I once nuzzled lichen and nibbled on wild berries. The wild flowers once glistened in the morning. Now my feet slip and stick in the bare mud and gravel. The grinding engines complain and demand for more destruction, but their appetites seem endless. They devour the whole forest and leave only broken, fractured mess.
That's horrible.
Oh, no.
That's bad. Very bad.
Elk, join us. Be part of our band. Playing music with friends will heal your soul. We'll make radical art, tell our stories, and express ourselves with creativity.
Nothing would please me more.
Wonderful.
It's settled then.
That's so rad.
Oh man, they have no idea how much of their water is going to oil and gas extraction industries.
They're just pushovers.
They won't find out till
We
it's
can
too late.
unregulate all we want. We're going for the Arctic next year.
What a feast we have provided ourselves. This land surely is our land. This world is ours alone. What news do you all have for our work in Calitopia?
I am here to remind you that although some inhabitants are opposing our work, we have created organizations to convince them to conceptualize fracking as safe and necessary. You yourself fund the Coalition of Energy Users and the Institute for Energy Research. So, while they appear to be public grassroots organizations, the power industry will have the final say on what constitutes public opinion.
So we are not required to ask permission before we inject our toxic brine underground. We can easily play off of people's fears of scarcity and convince them that we must extract these resources to fuel the economy. It doesn't matter that the only economy fueled will be our own bank accounts.
Toxic brine? Is that what poisoned my pond?
We did craft our unregulations to make your work sound natural and benign. Like we're calling what you do well stimulation. It sounds like the rocks underground are just waiting to give you all you want.
Wait a minute! What are these guys doing to the rocks underground? Are they doing something to make the land unstable? Is that why I feel the earth shifting? Is that why my burrow collapsed and I lost my home?
The unregulations allow for loopholes so that the ingredients of your toxic brine will be kept secret until after the job is done. We will make sure you are exempt from environmental protections like the Clean Water Act. This will protect you from being held accountable to the public for the polluting effects of your extreme energy extraction practices.
But we need clean water on the farm, or we will all get sick. Wait a minute. People and animals are sick and dying. Oh, is this why?
Yes, good. That will eliminate what we like to call frivolous lawsuits. We can't be held to answer any complaints from the public regarding the effects of fracking on the air and water, or the potential for seismic activity. Now that we don't have to listen to the public, we can do what we want to maximize our profits.
Yes, this all makes sense now. They hear only the grind of the machine, the siren song of the materialistic pursuits. They do not listen to the public or to the voice of the earth.
How can they not hear the sound of the earth? Surely she will make herself heard.
It's pretty fancy in here.
I see so much potential for this space. It would make a great community center.
I bet these ceilings have great acoustics. Let's play some music.
I'll get the bird to fly off to the nearby village and invite the town's critters.
We got to stop all men for
shot. Future shot. Future shot. Yeah, yeah. Future shot.
Guys, we've been pals and cohorts in a wild game of chicanery and deceit for a long time now. And hey, we somehow convinced ourselves and each other that we were riding the high train. We've done some stuff together that I'd never tell Granny about. God rest her soul.
Wow, buddy, you have changed.
But fellas, really, what have we been responsible for unleashing on our fellow human beings, not to mention our one and only planet Earth?
I try not to think about that.
I'll tell you some of it, guys. We've been responsible for contributing to a humongous uptick in earthquakes. We've been responsible for dumping catastrophic, mind-numbing levels of pollutants into the planet's precious air and water.
Oh, well, we've got you there. The studies have shown fracking is safe.
Actually, we've been distorting the science. If a study starts to show results that don't support our side, we get the funding yanked and bury the information.
Oh, well, scientists can be so pesky.
Yeah, like that one fellow with a science lab in a van who's taken it upon himself to measure levels of methane leaking out of the ground at fracking sites. So annoying. How can we control a spin when they're out there gathering facts like that?
But methane is a potent greenhouse gas. We need to know this stuff. And scientists are my heroes. They work to reveal the truth so we can all understand what's happening to our planet.
Yeah, it's time to stop the spin and the lies. We've contributed to fouling our planet and our fellow inhabitants with a deadly stew of benzene, toluene, radium-226, arsenic, barium, and lots of other strange and spooky toxins. You see, guys, I'm through with it. I want to feel vibrantly, joyfully alive again. I hope you do too. Like when we were growing up together, remember? I want us all to feel as we did when we were kids and in love with what life gave us in music and dancing and genuine deep down laughing and loving, living for and in the moment.
You know, he has a point. Well, I'm a government worker, and ultimately the people are my employers. Not you guys. It's supposed to be my job to keep the environment safe, but well, I've been serving you instead of the people and the earth.
Hey, Clown Brown. We're just trying to make some money here. It's the American way.
Wait a minute. Is it really? Is it really the American way to make families ill, destroy their livelihood by poisoning their livestock, and contaminate the food supply?
You know, I'm an intelligent person, and I don't know how I overlooked the glaring fact that permanently destroying water supplies is not a smart thing to do.
Hang on there. Thinking this way will only lead us to question the basic assumptions that we've used as a foundation of our version of reality. That sounds painful.
Calm down, Titan. I know it seems scary at first, but once you surrender to the process of questioning your assumption and opening your mind, you'll be happy again, like me.
Well, it is true. I've never seen you look so joyful, and your new friends are so interesting and creative.
But how can we be happy when we have to live with the painful truth, knowing of the damage we've caused?
I have to shoulder that burden as well, and for me, it creates a sense of responsibility to do good deeds and make reparations. You know, the new science of happiness study has found that once your basic needs are met, money can't bring happiness. Actually, contributing to the well-being of your community is one of the things that brings the most happiness.
Everyone makes mistakes in their life. The way forward is to learn and grow from your experiences. I've been studying bioremediation, and I think we can use mushrooms to clean up some of the pollution out there on the fracking sites.
I read something about that technique being used on oil spills in the Amazon. It sounds so interesting. I'd like to learn. Can I help you?
Of course, I'd be so grateful for your assistance.
Hey, I'll create a foundation to cover the expenses and fund the cleanup.
There you go. That's a good way to help out. Use your ill-gotten money to do some good in the world. Everyone can use whatever skills and resources they have to participate in the movement.
Absolutely. Let's get started.
Strike up the band. Yeah.
We got to stop all men from messing up the land. When won't we understand? This is our last and only chance. Everybody, it's a future shot.